Hey guys, so today I thought I'd do my review of the Clinique Moisture Surge Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 28. And to be 100% honest, I don't return much ever, but I am returning this one, so I thought I'd do my review before I returned it. And I'm going to talk about why I returned it and a little bit about this. So this is in addition to their Moisture Surge line, which has serums, lip balms, moisturizers, masks, whatever you want, toner. They're all pretty good, unscented, pretty friendly for sensitive skin. And this one is as well. And it's got some ingredients from the reviews. Most people seem to like it. However, a lot of people, or quite a few people mentioned breakouts from this, and it does contain some ingredients which are iffy for acne-prone skin, so be aware of that. What I was expecting this to be was like a gel moisturizer with sunscreen. I will say I was not super excited to see 28. I recommend 30 or above on a daily basis, winter, summer, higher if you can, but at least 30. 28, okay, I'll give them 2 points on that. So I was expecting this to have a nice gel consistency and really nice. And what I found is this has more of a cream texture to it, which is okay. However, it makes it difficult to apply it liberally. And it does have a pink color, but that's from Red Coloring, red number 5, I believe. So, which is probably in all of their stuff. So I'm going to take a little bit of it, but you can see instead of like having a gel texture, it's got a kind of a whip texture, which makes it very hard to apply this liberally. So this is about the amount you'd want for your forehead. Well, the texture of it is very difficult to smooth in, and if you apply too much of it, then it starts to pill up, which makes it even more challenging to apply a fair amount. The other thing I didn't like about this is the strong sunscreen smell this has, which is the reason one of my nephew Tyler, he does not like sunscreens because they all smell terrible, which the chemical ones based in the US, they do smell terrible, but Europe and Korea and Japan, they all have these newer filters approved which have no smell. So I think I've become a little spoiled to that. And this does feel super hydrating when you apply it. However, I found I absolutely need to apply this over moisturizer. This does not substitute a moisturizer because the times I did that, I ended up with dry patches all over. So I just apply this as a sunscreen and not a moisturizer, which is kind of a bummer because when it's marketed as a moisturizer, you want to be able to use it as a moisturizer with the sunscreen combined. But typically moisturizers with SPF in them, it's very hard, and most people don't get enough sun protection using them because they apply it how they would a moisturizer, which is not very liberally, which is enough to hydrate your face but not really get the good protection that you need. And if you apply this too much, it pills and it looks shiny, and then at the end of the day you look dry and shiny. So anyway, so I didn't love this one. The scent of it is strong. It's got four US chemical filters, Avobenzone, which is the one I find my eyes are very sensitive to it, and my nose is as well. Homosalate, Octinoxate, and then Octisalate, 377, 4.5%. And I mean, it looks okay on my face now. I mean, it's a little shiny, but I'll apply foundation over and it'll be fine. But I just, honestly, in the amounts I applied just now, I don't believe that's enough to actually get SPF 28. It's probably more like SPF 15 or 20 in the amount I applied, but I can't apply more because it will start to either look really greasy or I'll start to pill up. It even starting to pill up a little bit I just applied this over my serum and moisturizer. And anyway, so I didn't love it. The strong sunscreen smell, it does dissipate after about an hour or so, which is nice, but I've just become too spoiled with some of these nice European and Korean and Japanese sunscreens that I've gotten used to using over the years in this one. It's not even Clinique's fault. They're selling something in the US. The US only has a few chemical filters that are approved to be used, and none of them are very great or exciting, or especially for this one in terms of UVA protection, we're relying solely on 3% of Avobenzone, which isn't great. There's probably millions of sunscreens that will provide much better protection than this one does, without the greasiness, without the smell, without the pilling. So anyway, especially for the price, I think this one will retail about $48. So anyway, it's one of those very few things that are actually going back, and that's basically why Yeah, to be honest, I would prefer they put a little bit of vanilla in here, and then that sunscreen smell wouldn't be as noticeable, but it probably would still be noticeable. So anyway, given the price, the actual protection provided, the ingredients, and my use experience of this one, it's just a bummer all the way around. But some people on their review of Sephora loved it. So you know what? You never know. Sometimes one thing will work for one and not for the other. And sometimes there's no real rhyme or reason, but I need higher than SPF 28, especially given the fact that I have melasma, hyperpigmentation, and I'm outside a decent amount. It just isn't enough. I was hoping it would be, but it is not. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Interested hearing from you guys if you had a chance to check that out yet or not, and if you have what your thoughts are. So leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Okay, thanks so much. Bye, guys.